All work and storage areas must be kept clean, organized, and free of debris. Materials, tools, and equipment must be safely stored after use. Garbage must be collected and disposed of daily. Properly dispose of paint, chemicals, aerosol cans, and garbage in designated containers. Contaminated clothing must also be placed in designated containers. Report any unusual odors or spills immediately. If you are unsure about proper disposal methods, contact your supervisor or refer to the product's material safety data sheet. Keep all access routes such as doorways, aisles, exits, walkways, and platforms clear of obstructions. Emergency exits and equipment must not be blocked. Don't take shortcuts. Follow sidewalks and designated walking areas. Watch for slipping and tripping hazards like wet floors, icy sidewalks, scaffold decks, and uneven surfaces. Be proactive by flagging, sanding, or removing a walking hazard when you see one. Cell phones may not be carried on the job without specific permission from management. If you need to carry a cell phone, inform your supervisor, who will evaluate this need with management before permission is granted. All employees are asked to make personal calls during breaks and meal periods, and to ensure that friends and family members are aware of this policy. When working alone, you must be suitably trained and follow safety procedures designated by Quinn and the worksite. Equipment must be in safe condition, and employees must have appropriate first aid and emergency supplies. Employees must also carry an effective means of communication. Employees must not work alone in hazardous conditions. Quinn is committed to maintaining a respectful workplace for everyone. Acts of violence or harassment or any other ethics violations will not be tolerated. Workplace harassment is any form of unwelcome conduct based on any prohibited ground of discrimination, including age, gender, race, color, religion, national origin, sexual orientation, disability, or any other form of discrimination-based human rights legislation. Any threatening behavior, whether expressed verbally, physically, or in writing, is also prohibited. Quinn employees must report any violations to their supervisor. It is prohibited to be on duty or in control of a vehicle or other equipment while under the influence of alcohol or illegal substances, including the after effects of such use. Quinn's drug and alcohol program includes testing for safety-sensitive positions, pre-access, post-incident, and reasonable cause. If you are using prescription medication, it is important to notify your supervisor before work begins.
A crisis is an unplanned action or circumstance that impacts Quinn, our employees, or our customer sites. Examples of crisis situations could include an accident or a fatality, including incidents involving company property or vehicles, natural disasters, floods, tornadoes, or extreme weather conditions, bomb threats, hazardous material incidents or environmental violations, a fire or explosion, labor issues or company rumors, financial scandal, or controversial termination of an employee. A crisis communication plan provides policies and procedures for the coordination of communications and information internally and between Quinn and our key stakeholders, media, and the general public. If an incident occurs, ensure the safety of those involved and immediately contact your supervisor. Your supervisor will enact the site emergency response plan. The site coordinator will collect all information regarding employees in the care, custody, and control of Quinn, ensuring accountability for the employees on site. The site coordinator will also have the responsibility of notifying the general manager and the executive team, who will inform members of the Quinn Corporate Crisis Communications Team. The Quinn Crisis Team will be responsible for notifying affected family members, the Employee Assistance Program, and communicating with media. Employees should never act as a spokesperson. If you're approached by media, do not release any information and instead encourage media to contact the Quinn corporate office to reach a designated spokesperson.
We encourage our staff to ask questions, especially when it comes to safety, because as they learn, they become better. So when you're unsure around safety, you should check with your immediate supervisor and inform them of your concern.